This video is sponsored by HubSpot. There's this one-person business that can make you thousands of dollars per month. It's a business that you can scale to millions of dollars while still having one person running it. So I recently made a video about newsletter and I said if enough people commented, I'll do a deep dive on how to get started. And guess what? I've got so many comments and here it is. But why do I love this business model so much? Well, most of us already have something going on in our lives, maybe a full-time job, a business to run. Some of us have kids. Look, we don't have an extra 10 hours a day to spend on a new risky business. So you want something that doesn't take up much time, something that's low cost that can produce a really good income. In other words, I want the laziest business that will give me the highest ROI on my efforts. And a newsletter business fits right on top of the corner right here. Now, let me break down my thought process here. Number one, it's easy to start. You can start with $0, no fancy equipment, you don't have to employ anyone. There's literally no capital to start. I don't want to make my life extra hard, I already have a full-time job. Number two, you don't need a huge audience to make money with a newsletter. So Michael Hawk started his newsletter in 2022 and he's got 70,000 subscribers at that point. So that may sound like a lot of subscribers to you, but he was able to make $100,000 per month with 70,000 subscribers. So if you do the simple math, if you get just half the audience, that's $50,000 per month. Number three, the business is sellable. So Morning Brew sold for $75 million and probably the biggest newsletter sold so far was Axios for $525 million. Look, I know what you're thinking. These are probably big companies with hundreds of employees, right? But take a look at this. Actually, Alex, an average person, he started Morning Brew in his dorm room, and this was back in 2015, which is not even that long ago. And how about Sam Parr? He started the hustle by himself in 2014, and he sold it a few years later for $17 million. Now, if you want to learn how to start a successful newsletter, keep watching, because in this video, I'm going deep on how to find a topic, how to monetize your newsletter, and how to get your first 1,000 subscribers. Now, make sure you don't skip around because I'm going to be showing you screenshots of Sam Parr's emails on how he was able to get sponsors that grew his newsletters to millions of dollars. So step one in starting a newsletter is finding a topic or niche. So these are the three eternal niches that are popular: health, wealth, and relationships. So you can find a lot of successful newsletters out there and they will most likely fall under either one of these niches. But you don't want to stop here. You want to take these top level categories and go a bit deeper and find a more specific niche that you can serve. For example, if you're a fitness newsletter, you don't want to cover all things fitness, but you probably want to focus on a specific exercise. So maybe you focus on calisthenics workout, yoga, Pilates, each niche, but still big enough to build a sizable and targeted audience. And speaking of a sizable audience, it's not always about the size of your newsletter, but it's about the quality of your readers and how many people are actually opening your emails and reading them. Because the money you make with your newsletter is not tied to the amount of subscribers you have. So even if you have a small audience, it doesn't really matter as long as you have the right audience. And having a high quality targeted audience is 100 times more valuable than having a huge list of random people who never open their emails. Now, you might be thinking, I don't know what to write about. I love this topic, but I don't really have a lot of experience with it. Can I still talk about it? Absolutely. Look, you don't always have to write a 2,000-word essay of your opinion on a certain topic. If you can, that's great. But if you don't, you can just be a curator, collecting information from different sources and present it to your audience in a newsletter. In fact, there are many newsletters that follow this model. The Skim. You can read world events in just 5 minutes. So 5 Bullet Fridays by Tim Ferriss. So every Friday he sends out an email with the 5 coolest things that he's found that week. Next Draft, a daily newsletter that curates the top 10 news stories of the day, along with a bit of commentary and humor. So they've got about 100,000 subscribers. Now you gotta remember that the goal of a newsletter is not always to showcase your expertise, but it's to build a community of like-minded audience who care about that specific topic. So how does a newsletter make money? So I'm going to give you a couple of ways here. So the easiest way to start if you're a smaller newsletter is affiliate deals. So this is where you can earn affiliate commissions when somebody clicks on your link and makes a purchase on a product or a service from that particular brand. So if you have a gardening newsletter, for example, you can place a link to that lawnmower that you're recommending or a fertilizer that you've been using that works so well. And so when somebody buys that product, you get a commission. So affiliate marketing is the easiest thing you can set up because you don't need to reach out to brands to promote their products. And this is the easiest to set up when you're just getting started. But because it's easy, it doesn't mean that you can't make a lot of money with it. So NerdWallet, a website that talks about personal finance and credit cards, they made $538 million in 2022. And their business model is largely based on affiliate deals and working with sponsors. And Bankrate, also in a similar industry, they made so much money in affiliate marketing. They were acquired by Red Ventures back in 2017 for $1.24 billion. So now you might be asking, how do I find these affiliate deals if I'm just starting out? Well, two ways. First, you can think of the brands that you already like in your specific niche. You can go to their website, and if they have an affiliate program, they'll always mention it on the bottom here. So you can apply, get an affiliate link, and place it in your newsletter. Or you can go to aggregators like Impact or PartnerStack, it's the one I use, or Share a Sale. Now, with this method, you can sign up on one of these websites and you get a huge range of brands to choose from. So the good thing about this is that instead of individually managing the affiliate program with hundreds of different companies, you can just use one platform to manage everything. Now, once you've managed to grow to a sizable audience, you can level up your game and get brand deals or sponsorships. Because here's where the big money is. But how do I know how much I can charge? Well, there are many ways a newsletter can price their ad spot. And one common one is actually by CPM. Now, CPM will vary between niches. But let's say you're in the business or money niche and your CPM is $50. Now, let's say you have 100,000 subscribers and your email open rate is 50%. So you want to multiply 100 times $50 times 50% and you'll get $2,500. Now, please note that this is not an exact formula. The pricing will vary with every negotiation with every brand. But just to show you a real example here, with 2.5 million subscribers, Morning Brew charges as much as $55,000 per ad spot. Yep, that's an insane amount of money for just sending one email. And how do I know this? Because I've got my hands on their 2020 rate card. Now, my friends at HubSpot is kind enough to share this incredible resource on how to build a 7-figure newsletter business. Now, it's not just one of those guides that give you general information, but they go real deep with case studies of successful newsletter businesses. And one of my favorite chapters is actually selling ads here. So they go in detail on how to price your newsletters, how to reach out to brands. And you can actually see an actual email Sam sent when he's trying to sell ad spots for the Hustle newsletter. So you can see Sam's strategy on how to frame emails, get in the minds of advertisers, and figure out how much you can actually charge for your ad spots. So these are not theories or hypothetical scenarios, but these are the things that have been done. So you can use these strategies that's been working so well for them in your own newsletter. So this entire guide is about 6 chapters. It will cover everything from the software you need to use, how to grow your audience, how to monetize, how to create paid newsletters, how to scale the entire business. And I find that each chapter has so much actionable information, and this one even has 60, 70 slides on it. Now, how much does this all cost? Well, $0. Yes, it's completely free. You can simply click on my link below, and once you get to this page, you can enter your name and email address. And once you're in, you're going to arrive at this page where you can access all the chapters. Now, look, I've downloaded many free guides on the internet. It's always surface level information, but honestly, I was quite blown away by the amount of detail that was put into this guide. So thanks HubSpot for sharing this with us. Now, when you're first starting out, when you don't have a lot of money to spend, time is your biggest asset. You can use free strategies like social media to get your first batch of audience. You can create content on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter. And if you give enough value to your audience, they will subscribe to your newsletter. So if you're trying to grow your first 1,000 subscribers, I'd recommend posting on Reddit. So you can see every topic in the world you can imagine. So if you're in calisthenics workout, here's a group with 73,000 members. If you're in the wedding industry, here's a subreddit with 525,000 members. But the key here is to post high value content. Don't just go out there and say, hey, subscribe to my newsletter. Your post will become spam and nobody's going to subscribe. I can guarantee that. But don't be afraid to give away your very best content with a call to action at the end. Because this was exactly how I was able to get 22,000 subscribers in just less than 6 months. Think of your free post on social media like a movie trailer. So if you're watching a movie trailer and it doesn't look good, do you think you're enticed to watch the actual movie? Probably not. So you gotta make the customer say, wow, this is gold. I really like this post. I'd love to read something good like this every single week. Now, once you get some traction in your newsletter and get a bit of subscribers, you can set up a referral program on your newsletter. Now, this is great because your audience is actually doing the promoting for you. You can incentivize referrals by giving away something of value to your audience. So, for example, if they referred 10 people, they get a free ebook. Refer 20 people, get a free coaching call. So, find something that entices your audience to take action. Another way to get more subscribers is by using Beehive's Boost program. So if you're using Beehive as your newsletter platform, you should definitely take advantage of this. So by using Beehive's Boost program, you get paid by recommending other people's newsletters. So for example, when somebody subscribes to your newsletter, they'll see a pop-up for recommended newsletters. And for every newsletter that they subscribe, you're going to get paid between $1 to $2. And obviously, you can also get subscribers to your newsletter when another newsletter promotes yours. So if you want to explore this feature, you can check out Beehive. It's totally free to start. If you see here, it can grow your audience to 2,500 subscribers without paying a penny. But once you get traction, then you'll start paying. So I think that's fair. Now, please note that Tyler, the founder of Beehive, is one of the early guys at Morning Brew. So he created this software with features specifically to grow newsletters to millions of dollars. So I hope you found these ideas helpful. Make sure to download the HubSpot guide and start your own newsletter today. And maybe one day you can be one of the newsletters that can be sold for millions of dollars. And you can be one of the newsletters that people talk about in YouTube videos. So if you want more business ideas that I think will do super well in 2024, you want to check out these videos right here. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.